Hello. Okay, please, your attention here, please. Okay, hello. Okay. Uh, so we are resuming now. Okay, hello. So we are resuming the session now. And before I proceed, my name is Abdullah Muhammad Wali, and I will be the lead facilitator of this training. I want to apologize to each and every one of you for the technical glitch we just had, where those who are joining us online via the Google Meet link we shared earlier were not able to join, but we find a solution which we create a YouTube link from which we believe you can join us from there while we are working trying to fix the issue with the Google link. Once we resolve it, you will be notified so that you can join the session properly via the Google link. Please, on behalf of the Platinum EdTech and Northeastern University, we are sincerely sorry for the unfortunate situation. So we are resuming the session now proper, and the title of the training is Ethical and Responsible Usage of AI, a case study of Chapter 2 AI in academic research. Academic research is not like other means of trying to get an information. When you are doing a research academically, it has to be structured. It has to have a scientific process of what? Getting and verifying data. So for this, we divide the session into three parts. Part one will be the understanding the AI revolution in academic research, which is the why. Why this training? Then the second part of the training is how. That is, we have built a solution that we believe can address the current challenges we have with regards to academic research today. Then the last part will be the do, in which after we have live demonstrate the platform, we have taken through all the modules. Now we'll give you opportunity to also do it yourself and generate projects. We iterate 5 projects that you will build by yourself at the end of this training. One is you search and save 100 scholarly literature sources. Second, you build a literature review. Third, you do what you call gap analysis report. Fourth, you do what you call research design. And lastly, you will generate PPT and all data analysis via the platform. So these are the how the session will proceed. And we'll do our best to be time conscious. Each part, inshallah, we're going to deliver it within maximum 30 minutes. So without wasting much time, we will begin with the first part, which is understanding the challenges in academic research today. Now, you look at the screen, we have 5 questions we are asking. Answering these 5 questions will be the foundation of this training. I want you to look at the 5 questions. We may give opportunity to some of you to maybe answer the question, but everybody should answer this question. You will know why when we go deep into the training. Question one is, when was the last time you visit physical library? That's question 1. The answer is simple. Just time, 1 hour ago, a day ago, weeks ago, months ago, years ago. Then the second question, when was the last time you searched for information using Google or any other search engine? Also the same process. You give answer by just telling us the time. Then the third question is, when was the last time you use ChatGPT, other AI assistant? When was the last time? The post question is, have you ever used AI to assist with an academic assignment, report, or research? This one is either yes or no. The fifth question, do you think AI should be run in academic research or it should be used in an ethical and responsible way? These five questions form the foundation of this training. I believe by now you have the answers at the back of your mind. Some of you might maybe use your jotter to jot the answer because we'll make reference to these answers. Now, maybe we will give opportunity to one or two persons to just give us the answer so that we'll be very brief. Okay, anyone? Yes? Do we have another mic? Hmm? Number one, yes. When last did you use physical library? Last 2 years. Good. Any other person? Yeah, please. 2 months ago. Okay, you want to answer the question number two. Please go ahead. Yesterday you visited the library. Okay, question, you use Google to search. Okay, thank you. So she did yesterday search a search engine like Google. Well, then who can answer any of the five questions? Again, please do so. You used ChatGPT this morning. Good. Any other person? Please. Question number 4. Okay. It's either yes or no. Huh? Okay. Have you ever used AI to assist you with? The answer is yes. Good. Okay. So, last question. Nobody attempt the last question? Yes, sir. It should not be banned. Okay. Thank you for your contribution. We'll go ahead to begin the session proper, and maybe within as soon as possible, we'll revert back to these questions. Thank you. Now, the second aspect of this part of the training is we are going to look at what we call the evolution of research, academic research, the evolution of academic research. If you observe in the last 50 years, there are a lot of series of changes that whether you notice them or you have not, they have been taking place in how we do research in academics. We have seen or witnessed changes from the usage of physical library to now AI native discovery. So we are going to examine the three areas and compare them and see how, with time, how we approach research has been changing over the years. Now, we have the first era, which is traditional research era. During traditional research era, which is what? The last between late 1960s to late 90s. How do we do research then? The research is characterized by physical libraries are the gateway for knowledge, or are the ultimate way to go and find information. That's what we normally do. Whenever you have an inquiry, you have issues, you go to physical library. What do you find in the physical library? Physical hard copies of books, journals, bound volumes, and printed text. That's what we find in the physical library. How do you extract information? You extract information manually by handwritten, and even the referencing, you have to do it manually also. You take note of your sources yourself without any aid of any machine. Then the main characteristics is what? how long it takes you for you to get the required literature. It takes you weeks, in some cases months. Those who witnessed this era know it very well that during that era, people used to have to travel. Maybe by someone, when you made reference that you can get this and that journal that will help you work, you have to maybe set yourself off, maybe from, let's say, Ebi Zaria, you have to travel to University of Ibadan. There you go to the library in the University of Ibadan, you registered as a PG school from Ebi Zaria, and you come to access resources from them. These resources are what? Physical hard copies of books and journals. That's how it is. What happened in the early 90s when the internet came in, we see a sharp change or evolution in how we do the research. Now we have the digital era, which starts from early 2000 to the last 2 decades. During the last 2 decades, we witnessed the change in what? Hard copies of books and journals are being converted into digital sources that one can use internet to access at the comfort of his home. Within your bedroom, you can access a quite number of resources without going out, courtesy of the what? The advancement of the technology, which give us this flow. Internet, Google search. In the Google search, we have the Google Scholar and other scholarly database. From there, Scopus, Web Science. What do you get? You download copies of PDF papers, books, research articles, review, news stars, etc. And there it is easier for you to what? To manage your reference. With this, now we begin to witness the coming off of what you call a referencing manager, Mendeley. There you can what? You can iterate your references manually also, of course, but using computer. Unlike what you used to witness during the what? Traditional era. So what has changed between these two eras is what? How long it takes you to what? To get the literary resources. During the digital era, it takes hours, perhaps days, for you to get the required information you need to maybe answer some scientific questions you have, or to get an insight to what to do. So the next, which is the last era which we are in, is what? AI research era. We have witnessed a time of what? AI era, where from 2020 to date, we have seen how AI is evolving, and it is shaping our entire walk of life, including in academics. Now, between these three eras, what have changed is what? The source of information, source of literary materials, from physical library, where we get physical and hard copies of books and journals, to scholarly database, where we get digital soft copies of books and journals. And then lastly, the AI search engine era, where the AI can search, process, synthesize, analyze billion documents within the database around the world, around the globe. And from there, it can give you refined information you needed. So that's what has happened. So knowing this background will give us a leeway on answering the tips question we had, whether to ban AI or to accept it and use it responsibly. So, because during the digital era, some of us that are taught by our mentors who have witnessed the traditional era, still we find it difficult to relate with them. I believe not only myself, some of you also had this experience, because when you are doing your postgrad, master's, When your professor is insisting that you go print hard copy of the draft and submit to him for him to use his biro and what? Review it and give you a hard copy. You go back, do all the correction on the recommendation you made, print again, submit him again. That's the process. And you know that you can submit at least an email. You can draft, send him an email, and for him to process. But he will refuse that. Why? Because he has already accustomed himself with what? The culture of the traditional era. While you have upgraded. So there is misalignment between the two of you. And many a times this make it difficult to what? And it affects the pace of what? The speed of the process of what? Completing the research. So something now that we have the situation. We are dealing with the Gen Zs. We as an academic staff, those that are born 2000, year 2000 and above, they are now the undergrads. We are battling with them because they come in the era. They rarely, if we have them in our midst today, we ask the question, some of them are rarely think of going to library when they wanted to get that information, want the source literary material. Similarly, they don't use Google search engine for information. Today, what do they use? They use AI. That's our situation. So in the next slide, we did our research and we iterate all the available AI tools we can get, and we iterate the topmost 50. I have them shared on this slide. I want you to have a look at them. I believe some of these tools, you know them, you can identify them. Some, not only identifying them, you have used them before. Those of you that have used AI before might be able to identify one, two, or more of these tools that they have used before for one reason or the other in their own academic research. Is that correct? Okay. So also this, you don't need to give me the answer. You just look at these tools. I believe you are seeing some of these tools or most of these tools for the first time. They are all AI tools that can be used in academic research today. Maybe I will give one or two person to give me answer. How many out of these 50 were you able to identify? You know them before today. You know them. That doesn't mean that you have used them. No, you know them. You can identify them. You know them, you can identify them. How many? Who can give me answer, please? As a contribution, please. Anyone? Yes, sir. Okay, you identify two. You don't need to mention them. Just, I know two who I identify two. You have used them? No, I'm asking those that you identify. It doesn't mean you have to use the tool to identify it. You might know the tool, but you have never used it. You have never registered or signed up in it and used it, but you know it. So I'm asking the first question. Just the number of AI tools you have identified that you know them, whether you have used them before or you have not. Please, anyone? Sarki Alaji. You identify more than 10, but you have used what? More than 10. Good. Any other person? Yes, sir. You only identify one and you have used it before. Okay? Any other person? Yes, sir. Please. Okay. So he has identified two and he has used one. So by the answers we got, we know that this 50 that we have listed is alien to most of us. We know few, we have used what? Few. Okay, thank you. We'll proceed to the next slide. Now, what exactly has changed? With regards to academic research, what has changed? What has changed is three things, and that is normal. we got to find a way to do things in an easier, faster, and efficient way. The difference between traditional era and digital era is what? Those of digital era, they find that we can do it faster, more efficient, and more easier. You don't need to travel from every Uzarian people, but it goes to what? In search of what? Literary material. You don't need to. So today, you don't need to use the digital tools to what? You have an intelligent tool that can simplify, process, and give you a refined information you are what you are trying to get, you are trying to find out. Do you see the change? So this is exactly what has changed. So the trouble today, getting information today is no longer a barrier. Today, getting right information is no longer a barrier. As long as you intend to get something, you intend to learn something, you can do it easily. We are all tired with intelligent machine in our office. All of us, including our students. Is that correct? So that is what the situation, our situation today. So the main challenge we have are three. One, the information. Which information are we going to trust? Because the information is available. Can we trust the information? Second question, if we cannot trust, we are not sure, how do we verify? How do we verify the information? Then the last question is, we use AI. Virtually, most of us are now using AI. Those that are not using AI are what? Begin to adapt. How do we use this AI in an ethical and responsible way? Yes. So that is the situation. Okay. Today, AI can be used to generate the following items within seconds, not minutes. Within seconds, not minutes, you can be able to run a literature review. You can draft a methodology. You can analyze your data. You can list and cite your reference. You can iterate your tables. You can prepare your presentation in PPT. You can even draft your entire thesis within seconds today. It's possible. It's possible. Yes, it's possible. It is. So our universities today, we as supervisors, why are we worried? We are all worried. We are all worried. Why? So maybe I can get answers from you guys because we have seen the positive side of AI. Perhaps the reason why we are worried and we cannot entirely trust it because it has its own what? Its own setbacks. What are these setbacks? What are the reasons why we are worried? Why not accept it? Because it makes it easier. After all, it's inherent in humans to strive for what? Easier way, faster way, and more efficient way of doing things. Once you have this, you cannot abandon it and go what? And say that you must do or stay in the old way of doing things. It's not possible. If you do, others will what? Will adapt and they will outpace you. They will outpace you because you fail to what? To upgrade and adopt. You fail to upgrade and adopt. If that happens, then you will be left behind. While you are using traditional audition way of doing things, others are using these modern tools, and they will be faster than you. Perhaps if they are you are what you are publishing in a year, if your research output is let's say 3 on average, you can find someone saying that he has published 15, 20, 30, and you will be asking how. It's not possible. It is today. So the question is, what are the limitations of AI and how do we manage those limitations? But for us to manage this limitation, we need to identify these limitations. We need to know them so that we can what? Find a way to what? To overcome them, so that we did not abandon the AI entirely, but rather we integrate it into our daily academic research activities, while we are conscious of what using it in a responsible and ethical way. So please, ladies and gentlemen, who can just give us a contribution as these limitations? We know them. Just one or two, please. Your contribution. Anyone was the limitation of AI? Why AI cannot be trusted entirely? Please. Yes. Most providers are skeptical of accepting it. Sorry, you did not answer the question because this is the question issue of trust, and they are right, huh? They are right because there are issues. We want to know the issues. Salis, PEC citation. That is one. Huh? Okay. Also, you are trying to say PEC citation. Okay. Okay. Let's to save time to not continue dragging this part. Let's look at the next slide. We did our research also. These are some of the limitations or the dark side of AI. When AI is used carelessly, it results in these limitations. One, hallucination. It is hallucinate. Second, text citation. Third, it can fabricate references. Fifth, it can plagiarize. Sixth, it can lead to what? Overdependence. Sixth, it leads to what? Academic misconduct. Fifth, it can lead to loss of critical thinking. It can lead to what? Loss of critical thinking. These are among the reasons why the supervisors, our senior colleagues, our institutions are skeptical and they are worried about AI. Okay? Now, we are at a situation, we are at the transition stage where we have to make a decision, a firm decision. The decision is either to ban AI completely or allow it without restriction, or we find a way to use it what? In ethical and responsible way. So we have these three options. I believe I may not need to, maybe we needed to look to both. Oh, out of these three, I believe the third option is the best option. Is that correct? So if that option is the best correct, is the best option, how do we use AI in an ethical and responsible way? How do we? The way we can do that is regulation. Our institutions, our supervisors need to regulate the AI. Institutions need to what? Set policies. So in our institution, they must operate their what? Their policies to incorporate what? AI. What is AI policy in our institutions today? Many of our institutions are yet to come to these terms and are yet to draft their what? AI policy. Those that have drafted their AI policy are struggling with a lot of challenges. One of these challenges is what? They do not have implementation framework. One. Second, there are no monitors. Third, the AI detectors. Tools are meant to what? Detect AI contribution are expensive. And many institutions do not make these tools readily available for their what? For their staff, for them to make use of them. So, so these are some of the limitations. But those institutions need to come up with their policies. I don't know. I believe when we throw this question before the audience, everybody is from one institution to the other. I ask you honestly, are you aware from your institution what is your research policy? what is the threshold of acceptable AI contribution in academic research in the institution? I believe most of us do not have this answer. Most of us, even those that can answer to say yes, our institution has agreed or have decided that this is the what cap size of what acceptable limit of AI contribution in the institution. They cannot tell you. They will also admit that they have these challenges of how to implement, how to monitor, and even if they do, they may be there on their own. Some small organizations might be able to subscribe for tools that are what AI detectors, and they can make use of them. But we do not have what maybe institutional backing. So is that correct? Okay, so this is our situation. Then this slide represents the AI writing tools students or researchers normally use, and the AI tools institutions and supervisors make use of what? To detect the AI usage. We identify the top 10 for the writing. We identify the top 10 for detection. Of course, ChatGPT comes one in the list, then Cloud, Gemini. Then when you look at the detection, Turnitin also comes first. We all know Turnitin, but not most of us have ever used it or had an account on Turnitin. Some of us are supervisors also, so that is it. So specifically the African problem. Here in Africa, in other clients, in developed countries, they have come to the terms with this reality. They have their institutional AI policy, and they have means of what? Implementation framework, and they have tools for monitoring, and they are implementing it. But we are still what? Battling to even come to existence with the reality. I believe some of my colleagues that are here, they know it. The only way they detect, and that detection is not detection, it's suspicion. You suspect that the student use what? Use AI. Because maybe he come up with a draft that is too clean or too good for him to generate. So there you say, okay, what you are bringing here has AI contribution in it, and you will be what? You reject it, and that you might not be right at all, but the student might be that good to generate equality. Even though we know them, I may not say that. But even if they have used AI by just our own human assumption, institution, yes, that's the right word. We cannot be certain that they have used AI. We need framework. We need to do that. So now the African solution. So we have what we call chapter 2, research intelligence. It is an AI-powered research tool built and developed by Platinum Edited Consult with support of Northeastern University, which we believe this tool could be a solution to the problems we iterated. And we believe this tool could be able to solve two problems. One, the issues that are generic to what? AI globally. And second, our own African or local content, which is mostly what? Affordability. Most of the tools we have today that are what? AI detectors, or the tools that even we use as what? AI writing or AI tools for academic research are mostly what? Are mostly foreign. And the subscription is in what? US dollars. And many of us, with the current situation of our economy, we cannot afford to have account in all these tools. You need to have an account for different AI writing tools. You need to have an account for the what? As a academic staff, you need to have an account for what? Detectors. You need to be using detectors to what? When a student makes submission, you can run the what? The analysis will start. But unfortunately, most of us are using our what, institution to, when students give us a draft, when we feel like it is too good for him to generate, we say it's an AI, we reject it. So we believe with this tool, we have a solution. And also, based on the result of our research, we found out that those AI tools, they are not end-to-end, most of them. In fact, we haven't found, except generalized large language model, which they do not have limit in what, or they do not have niche in academic uh, research. They are generic, like ChatGPT, like Gemini, like Cloud. They are generic. You can use them end to end. But even if you are using end to end for research, you can use ChatGPT, Gemini, or Cloud to get your literature, discover your literature. You can use to write literature review. You can use it to draft your research design. You can use it to also analyze your data if you know how. You can use it also to write your report, your papers, your thesis. You can also use it to what? To organize your reference and citation. But also you have to be using it what? In a repeated what? Manner. First, you discover the literature. Second, maybe after you have developed the experiment, you conduct the experiment, then you what? Take it and go and do the data analysis based on the data, raw data you generate. Then you come back and write the reports. After that, you come and what? Conclude. After concluding, then you come and what? Organize your references. This will take time. But chapter 2 is a tool that can represent these 4 categories of AI tools. We manage to build it in such a way that it can do all this within one platform. It's a one size fit all. That's what chapter 2 is. Okay? This slide is just comparative analogy of what? How chapter 2 work and how other AI tools work. The other AI tools, they can generate content. They hop it fast, undetected. When it is detected, then what? They correct it. That's why you have different what? Tools for writing tools. Even you as a student, when you generate content, you try to what? Find someone to help you get a detector so that you can detect the level of error contribution. What do you do after detecting? You go back and edit and humanize. And we have tools that what? Humanize content generated by what? AI. You use the tools, you use your own what? To what? Rewrite until when maybe you minimize the contribution of AI before you what? Forward it. Let's say, for example, if you are trying to publish this research outputs. So with chapter 2, its guide is proactive. It guide before writing, it verify while writing, it correct while writing, it produce integrity-ready content. Okay? So this is all for the first part. And based on this presentation, now we can refer back to our first question. We can see that the first question, the second question, first question is trying to know those who are among us that have what witnessed the traditional era. Because even though you upgrade and what and adopt, still when you have witnessed an era, you have this you keep on what? Getting yourself aligned with the culture you used to. That's it. And it's normal. Those of us who witness this recent era, we still use AI, and some of us still use what? Search engine. We still use search engine and we still use AI. But the current generation of students we are now training, they rarely know that they can use Google to search for information. Rarely when you take their mobile phone or their computer to see them with bunch of files like our own computers. This file with 50 or 100 what articles that we have set aside. This is meant for this is meant for that. No. In their computer, nothing like that. Because they are in this what? In this era. So with this, I believe when we go to the second aspect, we will demonstrate how this tool that we have built could be a potential solution. Thank you for your time. And now, with your permission, we'll quickly go into the second part of the training. Thank you. Excuse me, Father. Open myself. Okay, so please, those of us that are online with us, and those of us please can be present here, we say it's hands-on. Hands-on, it means it will involve also our participation as well. For that reason, uh, you can search for the platform. The platform is chapter2ai.com. Chapter2ai.com. You can search for the platform. If you already have an account there, then you just sign in. For those of you that are yet to get an account, if you can afford now, you can just, it is just within a minute, you can create an account on the platform. So you can go ahead, search for chapter2ai.com. Second, sign off. Once you sign off, then you sign in, then we commence the hands-on training. You have 60 seconds to do that, please. Yes, sir. There is no network. But I have a network. Okay, those of you that have no passport, you can use this. We already provide an alternative. We have, you can open your wireless. You can connect to the wireless of this auditorium. You search for wireless, you see NEU in capital. NEU. Okay? So when you try to connect with NEU, it will request password. The password is PRU. The P is capital, R small letter, U small letter, PRU. Only P capital. PRU at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 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 You connect. You connect. So P is capital, R and U is small letters, at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You connect. Okay? So you just have 1 minute to sign up. In case you are not able, you can maybe try to find someone nearby so you can watch him while he is trying to also follow the registration. Yes? You are? Sorry? What do you say? Still volunteer. Chapter 2. Chapter 2. 2 numeric, not alphabet. Chapter 2, AI.com. 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 No. It's a web app. Chapter 2. Yeah. Chapter 2, AI.com. Chapter 2, AI.com. Chapter 2, AI.com. Okay, so we will start now. Those who are not able to connect, maybe you can connect later. Yes. You can get much from the person next to you, just for you to know whether you can demonstrate how you can navigate and use the platform so that you can be aware of it. Maybe at your own convenience, you can also find a time to what? To explore the platform. But for now, we will go live so that you can demonstrate how. How? Okay? Okay, so if you have Google account, just use a Google link. You don't need to use your email and password. If you have Google account from your mobile phone, just click continue with Google. You don't need even to sign up. If you are using Google, it will just take you there. Are we ready? Are we ready? Good. Okay. Yes. So for those who managed to sign in, this is our dashboard. This is our dashboard. You look at the side panel, we have all the modules started. Chapter 2 AI is structured in such a way that it has 3 core intelligence modules. It has 3 core intelligence modules. 1, chapter 2, literature. 2, chapter 2, data. 3, chapter 2, writing. Chapter 2, literature, you use this to do literature search to save whatever you are able to find as a literary sources or material in your library. That's what you call knowledge-based. Knowledge-based, it is a brain box of chapter 2. What it did is, whatever you save within your personal repository, your personal vault or your library, within that folder, this knowledge base is powered by our academic content intellectual engine. What this academic content intellectual engine is, it will study all the papers, all the books you have set in your library to study them. After studying them, it iterate them, group them into some themes. Those themes, based on the number of papers that are what align with this theme and these papers that align with this theme. And then it forms what you call what? A knowledge network of that particular vault. And whatever you do with it, it will be using this particular knowledge base